Okay, so we're going to build off some more knowledge of how we can make more objects within a JavaScript framework. So once again, I got my HTML open here. This is the console log for the HTML. Once again, we're not going to have anything. Everything we're going to be seeing is in the console. And then I have my handy dandy reload here, so I can always just reload the page to show you what's happening behind the Iron Curtain, or the Google curtain, however you want to say it. So we've got this awesome thing right here where I showed you, this is one way that you could do it, and this is the variables with functions approach. This is an object approach. I showed you the power of doing it this way, a lot less code. It's all bundled together in one neat little thing. It's just a better practice that if you're going to have that many attributes tied into one thing to make an object out of it. So I'm going to go ahead and close these because we're not going to be using them right now. And I'm going to propose another problem that we ran into. Let's say this hotel that we have called Fit is just extremely doing wonderful in the market. And they actually bought a very struggling hotel chain. And now they have multiple hotels. They don't just have one anymore called Fit. They have multiple. So what you would have to do, because each name of the hotels that it owns, the name is going to be different, of course. The rooms are, of course, going to be different. The amount of books are going to be different. The pool and gym information is going to be different. And this is going to be different based on that. So obviously you're saying to yourself, well, what I can do is, and I can just put this here and then name, and then this could be Fit, for example, and then I would have another object that's be called, I'm just going to go very simple because I hate, well, actually here, I'll do these on my shortcuts. So the first hotel is called hotel dash underscore dashboard underscore resident underscore inbox, so on and so forth. Well, I can just make all these objects. Well, once again, that's a lot of typing. You look how 46 lines to 73, that's a lot. I'm going to show you a very neat and powerful way to do this instead of just typing all this out. Save yourself from typing. And this is called constructors. Constructors is something that's in most programming languages now. JavaScript and Python and Java have those as well, but constructors are incredibly powerful. I'm going to show you how to use this. So you do var, and then it's always convention, if you have a constructor, to do a capital letter here so you know it's a constructor. And then parentheses, and then this. So this is pretty much the format of what you're going to be looking at. So it's going to be very similar to this. Obviously this does not look like an object, right? Because you don't have this right here. But we're going to be using this to make an object. So, duh, this is not var. This is function. I apologize. So function. There you go. Function. I was wondering why hotel was the wrong color. So function hotel, and then the curly braces. And now we're going to use a very powerful word called this. Notice how it changed color. So we're in a special library right now, a special keyword rather. So this is very powerful. So we do name, because we're just going to copy this framework right here. And that's going to equal name. And then semicolon. And I'm going to type this out because it's kind of hard to explain right now what this is doing. I'll show you in a few seconds. But so you're doing basically all, wrong button. So you're doing all your variables equal there. And I'm going to do 0 here because we're going to assume that none of them are booked until they enter that information later. And I'll show you what that 0 does. And then Jim. Alright, so there you go. We just have a very simple thing right here. So this dot name is equal to the name. This dot rooms is equal to rooms, and so on and so forth. The reason I hard-coded this is called hard-coding, is the fact that I want every hotel to start out with they don't have anything booked just yet. And then I'll be a friend to myself, and I'll say end of constructor. There you go. So this is going to construct our framework. And now I also want to put a function in there. So I'm going to do available, then function, and then curly brace. I am zoning out. I need to take a nap. Available. Did I spell that right? Yes. So like that. And then once again, it's going to be the exact same logic as this. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste. I don't need to reinvent the wheel. There you go. There's our logic. And so this is what a general constructor is going to look like. So let's say our first hotel that we bought had the name Dashboard. So var dashboard equals, and then this is a new keyword that I don't think you've ever seen, but it's actually called new. So we're going to make a new hotel. So this hotel here is referencing this hotel right here. You see that? Let me make this lowercase so it doesn't confuse anybody. So it's going to be referencing this hotel right here. So now all we have to do is just pass in the attributes that we want it to call. So this is called dashboard. We're going to say the number of rooms that it has is, we'll say this is a really huge hotel, so 200 rooms. It's going to not have a pool, and it's going to have a gym. So there you go. Notice that I didn't pass anything in for booked. I skipped over because it's hard-coded. We need to do one more thing. We've got to add something right here. We have to add name. So this is what we're passing in. So it's much like a function that we're passing in. But instead of a function, it's a constructor. And we're going to do rooms. And now once again, I don't need to pass in the pool at all. I'm sorry, the book, because I'm going to have that hard coding. Oh my gosh. Go away. Okay. So that's going to hold that. So if you take a look at this, and I console log dashboard out, take a look at this. Let me actually console log this out so we don't get any confusion with any prior code. Unexpected token, 105. It's not like that. This is not necessary. I guess I copied and pasted too many curly braces in. Hotel is not defined. 73. I'm running into some errors. 73, 77, 73. Hotel is not defined. Oh, because I changed it to fit right here. Okay, we're good. Oh, okay. See, look at this. We console logged an object. Yay! So you can see booked is 0. Gym is true. Oh, gym is true. Dashboard, false. 200. That's exactly what we put in here. So now notice we wanted to make all these different things. So now it's just a simple thing, a matter of, oh my gosh. There you go. I asked him to look at my LinkedIn profile. I'm very grateful that he's doing it, though. So now I do the name. This is going to be resident. This one's going to be a smaller hotel. We're going to do, that's way too small. We'll do 30. And this one's going to be true. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. I'm a busy man. And this is going to be false. And then Sublime Magic. And inbox. And we'll just change this to 50. This one's going to be false, false. It's really redundant. Hotel doesn't have anything much there. Sublime Magic once again. This is going to be game spot. And then we're just going to do more Sublime Magic. Oh, I think I made too many. It's going to be resident. inbox, and then we'll do GameSpot. We'll go ahead and take this one out. Now take a look at this. Look at that. So this is awesome. This is pretty cool what we've done here. So what we've done here is we've okay. What we've done here is made a constructor right here. Let me bring this up a little further. It looks ugly like that. We made a constructor. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next time I will turn off notifications. I promise. So we made this awesome constructor. So it will take in names, rooms, pool, and gym. Remember, we didn't have to put book in because we hard-coded it to 0. And then we just pass in what we wanted to call. So with this few lines of code right here, I have made 1, 2, 3 objects. Can you imagine if we did that here? So that would be like probably 30 lines each, right? We did that in 30 lines for 1. So this is a way that you just can make objects really quickly. So obviously this is very powerful, but you know, obviously if you only had 5 hotels or 1 hotel, you don't want to do this. This is the type of thing that you probably want to do in like an RPG game. Like all the enemies will have health, hit or attack values, armor, inventory, so on and so forth. So this is a very powerful way to reduce the amount of code that you have to write. So this is constructors, and just to point out, it's the exact same notation to get one of these elements out. So we do rooms, right? See? Exact same notation with the dot notation. So they work the exact same as these with functionality. This just allows us to construct multiple objects in a lot less code, as you can see here. All right, thanks for watching.